and we're here with Terry Logan. So you've just recorded your first EP, that's right, isn't it?
I have, yeah.
Does it have a name?
Vision.
Vision?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Vision by the Terry Logan Band. Alright, brilliant. So how many tracks are on there?
There's 5 tracks, and hopefully there's a mix for something that everyone will like. My influences are soul, blues and reggae, and the tracks are a mixture of those.
Ah, cool. And how long did it take to record?
Actually, it was recorded a couple of weekends ago. It was quite a hectic weekend, and so we were there for 6 hours on the Saturday and 6 hours on the Sunday, with an extra day to mix. So, relatively speaking, it was.
That's pretty speedy. Yeah. That's like.
Well, we'd rehearsed it. Yeah.
Quick, do an album. We've got an afternoon. Yeah.
But the thing is, we recorded it, but we'd rehearsed quite a lot before we got into the recording. So
you were tight.
We had a clear vision of what we wanted it to sound like, and.
Yeah, no, it's great. It sounds brilliant. So, it's and so with this current lineup, have you done much gigging with this particular band? Or?
I mean, I've been writing for years now, but as a band, we've only just got together a month and a half ago. Right. So that includes, meeting, agreeing that we want to be in the band, rehearsing.
So quite a rush,
developing
really.
Songs. Yeah. We've done one gig, which was mid-July, and we seemed to go down well.
Yeah, I was there.
So,
you went down amazingly well. Through the rest of the summer, you're having August off, is that right? And then
just because we've just recorded. We've got lots of gigging material, but we want to, develop the songs as much as we have on the EP for the rest of those. I'm writing all the time. Very nice. We've had lots of offers from places from Huddersfield, Leeds, and Manchester. So there will be a set list of dates where we'll be playing, but that's to come. That's to be decided yet.
Great stuff. So you write all the songs yourself, don't you?
Yes,
pretty
I
much.
do. Yeah.
And so tell me a little bit about kind of your songwriting process. How do you come up with a song, and how quickly does it take to actually get that from out of your mind into a shape where you can bring it to a band?
It depends, really. I know originally when I started writing songs, it was really to get an emotion out that I was feeling inside. So if I'd had a really bad day, or if I was falling in love, or I was just feeling really frustrated about something, or I've seen something really beautiful, it starts with a feeling, and then it's about getting myself into a place almost where I'm almost not interfering with writing. It's like I have to almost blank my mind to let a melody or something come through. And it sounds a bit silly, but I think that every song that I've written has a character and a personality. So before I write, I have to get to know that character so I can do that character and that personality justice.
So what kind of tends to come first for you, the lyrics or the melody? The melody.
Definitely the melody. To me, the melody's linked more with emotion, and the songs start with an emotion. So to me, the melody comes as a representation of that emotion, and then once I've understood that and I've got the melody, then the fine tuning comes. To me, the fine tuning is the lyrics. Okay, well, what does that emotion sound like? What does it want to say? So then the lyrics come on top of that.
Right, okay. Because that's not, obviously there's different ways of doing it.
There's
some people who are just like poets, aren't they?
Yeah.
Or wordsmiths.
I do write poetry as well.
Right.
And that would be interesting to perhaps go back and look at some of my poems and reverse
do it the other way around.
Yeah, but it's always been for me, it has to be the melody, because that's the emotion of the song.
You're coming into the music industry at quite a turbulent time, really. There's a lot of change going on. what are your what's your view of the big picture of the music industry? Where do you think it's kind of going, and how do you think that you'd like to fit in?
To fit in.
In terms of your, obviously you're in a developing band, so
yeah. I think there are positives and negatives to the change. The positives are that I think people right now are having a reaction to the generic, soulless, manufactured, commercial music that's been produced and churned out over the last 10 years. The leading figurehead of that being artists on the X Factor and shows like that, telling people almost what to like and why to like it and when to like it. So I think one change that I see, which I like, is that people are starting to take a bit more independence with their own music, and because of social medias, there's an opportunity for their music to be heard by a vast amount of people without too much interference from people that perhaps are in powerful positions but don't have that much passion for music. So that's a good thing. I'd hope that I could be part of a revolution that brought back real music with real emotions and music for music's sake, not just music to look cool or music to make money. But the downside of that is perhaps there's a danger where artists can be perhaps taken advantage of. Because you're also, music is, as well as a passion, it's a job as well, and you need to make sure that you're being fairly rewarded for that. So I suppose it would be a balance of having music openly available and free to people that want to listen to it, but at the same time not just doing it all for free, because you know, you have to have a balance of it's got to be valued.
You've got to put food on your table.
Yeah, sure.
Have you been singing for most of your life, in a kind of, you know, in an amateur way, I suppose? But,
I have been. I've got maybe I should tell this story, but it's quite embarrassing. I'll tell it anyway. When I was 5, and my mum and dad both love music, they're avid music lovers. So we're going to music shops. My dad would take me to African drumming sessions and things. My mum would be playing reggae and northern soul in the house all the time while she was cooking. So, you know, from a very early age, I was heavily influenced by music, and it just was a part of my life. And I went into a music shop with my dad one morning when I was 5, and one of the assistants must have come up and asked me, what do you want to be when you're older? And my dad told me, I turned around and said, I want to be a singing legend. Not really knowing what that meant.
Plenty of time.
But no, I mean, I just want to be able to sing, the truth is. But really when I started to realise, I've been singing most of my life, but really when I took it seriously, I started to realise, actually, you know, I've got an alright voice and I can write some lyrics. Not until fairly late on, not till I was 17, 18. I used to write songs on the piano when I was 11 or 12, but really understanding that I could sing along to the songs that I wrote, not until I was 17 or 18. And then
so as a fairly prolific songwriter, how do you feel about other people singing your songs?
I'd like it, you know.
It wouldn't be, you wouldn't feel odd or in that, like, this person's taking my emotions.
No, I think with all music, I mean, everyone sings everyone else's songs anyway, whether it's for an audience. I think as a person that creates, you have to kind of be okay with once you've put something out there, people are going to make it their own anyway. It's going to be an individual interpretation of what it means to them, and it's going to be an individual interpretation of how they analyse and process it and what it feels to them. So as long as I've been able to sing it first,
Yeah.
or as long as I get credit obviously for the writing,
Yeah.
if someone wanted to sing my song, that it would be a compliment rather than take offence to that. I think with everything you've got to understand that if you're going to create something, it's going to be shared. I don't think you can really take offence to that.
Sure. Well, Terry, thank you very much for coming and having a little chat. And best of luck with Vision. I'm sure that it'll be getting a lot of airplay over the summer and the autumn, and deservedly so. And hopefully we'll catch you gigging through the autumn as well.
Yeah.
So
I really like that.
best of luck.
Thanks a lot.